Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
(636-2119) or planterdoc.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Hey, back here for Region 1 Division A boys basketball contest between the Lisbon Broncos and the Central Cass Squirrels on yourliveevent.com. As the Lisbon Broncos currently 9-6 overall, they're 2-5 in Region 1 Division A boys basketball. Central Cass coming in at 12-2. They're 6-1 in Region 1 Division A boys basketball. Central Cass picking up a number 2 ranking in the latest Division A boys basketball poll. So they're coming in as a number 2 team in the state, taking on the Lisbon Broncos. The last time these two met, back on the 15th of January, that was up in Central Cass, and that was a great game between the two teams. Lisbon always seems to pour it on and to show up when they play Central Cass, and Central Cass took that game 72-77 from the Broncos. That was back on the 15th of January, so we're expecting some of the same here inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. So, ladies and gentlemen, just hold on. We're right about 15 minutes away from that opening tip-off. We're going to see if we can get some coaches up here for coaches' comments, little pregame show coaches' comments. And that's just ahead on yourliveevent.com. We're broadcasting to you from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. You're high atop the bleachers on the south side of the gymnasium for your Stock Growers Bank. It's Stock Growers are locally owned, locally run, and invested in this community because it's our community, too, in a world of big banks and bigger buildings. It's nice to know your bank is right here at home with Stock Growers Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. So this is your Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth, and we're going to go ahead and step away, and we'll come back for more of this pregame show between the Division A rivals here, the Lisbon Broncos and the Central Cass Squirrels. That's just ahead on yourliveevent.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
At the Central Cass School District, excellence isn't just a goal, it's our mission by empowering individuals to make a positive impact. Central Cass School District is dedicated to providing students with an innovative curriculum supported by a variety of co-curricular activities from athletics and the arts to leadership and service, aiming to provide excellence between students, staff, family, and community. Central Cass School District, fostering student excellence by inspiring individuals to be their best.
All right, welcome back here to liveevent.com. We're back for more of this pregame show between the Lisbon Broncos and the Central Cass Squirrels. And we have our head coach up here for Lisbon Broncos, Coach Jason Coonsey. And Coach Coonsey, your Broncos, last time out against Central Cass, it was a tight game there, 72-77. It seems like the Broncos the past couple of years have really showed up when Central Cass comes to town, or you guys go up there and play Central Cass. So, maybe just talk a little bit about the rivalry that you guys have had and how the Broncos play, or just maybe just kind of some of the reasons why the Broncos seem to show up and play Central Cass tough every time out.
I think it goes back to 2 years ago when we were on probably a 15, 16-year losing streak. Okay. And we beat them here at home. And I think some of the younger guys that are now seniors and juniors saw that and kind of fed off of it. And then the next year we beat them both, like last year, both times. And then they clipped us there in the region, first round of regionals. And then our last game, I was talking with Matt earlier, and he every one of our games have been 5 points or less, all 6 meetings. This will be our 7th now. So, and I said, it's kind of like a rock fight. Whoever's got the bigger boulder at the end is going to win the game. Yeah, and then for tonight's game, Central Cass comes in. They're the number 2 team in the state. So what do you think a couple of your keys are for the Broncos to get past Central Cass tonight and then put a win on the board for Lisbon? They play a really great defense. Cash Lorenz is a heck of a player. We gotta contain him. Hopefully, keep him off the 3-point line and control that with a couple of other guys. Burr, he's a good shooter from the outside. Easton Holland gets to the basket hard. He's a lefty, so that's hard to defend sometimes too. And our kids have been looking forward to this game for the last couple of weeks. I don't know if we've looked past it since or for that, but they do definitely get amped up when it comes time to play Cass, and they like their matchups. Okay, and then maybe as you guys kind of look ahead to the season, season seems to take a while to get going, and then all of a sudden you guys are looking at the end of February and you're into the postseason. So just kind of looking ahead here for the Lisbon Broncos, some of these matchups coming up, just how important this second time around are these matchups there going into that region tournament? Yeah, we talked last week about these last 4 games. We want to go at least 3-1 in those games. Okay. We need 3 wins. Hopefully move us up from the 6th spot. It's kind of a tough spot for us with Kindred in that 2nd spot, 3rd spot floating around with a couple losses to Oak Grove and Wahpeton and stuff. So I think our ideal target is we want to be at least in that 5 spot, maybe 4 depending upon what happens. And I know we were competitive, had games with all 3 of them. And all 4 actually. So you never know what can happen here at the end. And, that's right. And I've been preaching with the boys that best time to play ball is at the end of the season, going into tournament time, and anything can happen in the second season. So. Yeah, and it seems like the Broncos, just talking about some of those tight games that you had. It's kind of been that way all season long. Again, when you guys started out, you seemed to be able to find a way to win those games, and how important do you think that's going to be now down the road when you guys do get into some of these games that are very meaningful for that region seeding coming up? I think a lot of those close games, the Oaks game and the other Castleton game, and Oak Grove was a tight 5-point game, and those are character builders for later on the season. I know it's tough to try and get that across to kids, when it's about winning and losing, but sometimes those tough losses teach you some lessons, and those tough wins, as rewarding as they are, they teach you tough lessons too about, what could have happened, and things like that, especially like the other night here when the Highliners are in town and they missed 3 free throws at the end of the game to win it, and and that could have been a learning experience instead of a win. But those are kind of hardening things that we we embrace, and we're going to learn from them, and hopefully they come to pay us back later on here.
All right, Coach. Just any final thoughts there before you guys head out tonight on the court against the Central Cass Squirrels?
Well, hopefully have a good fast start here in the first quarter, and we can stay competitive, and our defense keeps us in the game at the end, and anything can happen.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight, everybody. That's the head coach for Lisbon Broncos, Coach Jason Kudzie. We're going to go and step away. We'll come back for more on yourliveevent.com.
And yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hey, welcome back here to liveevent.com as we're back here for more of the pregame show between the Lisbon Broncos, Central Cass Squirrels, here broadcasting from our Stock Doors Bank broadcast booth. And just like to thank our sponsors here, our feature sponsors sponsoring these high school athletics all season long with their Olson County Halftime Shore Bank North scoreboard update, Agassi Precision Ag, Precision Play of the Game, Remember Energy Play of the Game in our Stock Doors Bank broadcast booth. So just like to thank those feature sponsors along with all of our ad sponsors, bringing you the Lisbon High School varsity athletics for both boys and girls basketball, boys and girls wrestling, as we'll have more coverage for the boys and girls wrestling continuing on this weekend with the East Region Girls Tournament tomorrow. With the wrestling starting at noon, we'll probably be on broadcasting right around 11:30, maybe a little bit earlier than that, with some good interviews for that East Region Girls Tournament. We'll follow up on Saturday starting at noon once again. The tournament starts at noon. We'll probably be on once again right around 11:30, 11:20. And have some more interviews, pre-tournament interviews for that. But we'll have full coverage of the East Region boys, or the East Region Class B boys tournament on Saturday, and then the East Region girls wrestling tournament. And that's on Friday, so looking forward to that, providing coverage here on Your Live Event. As we're going to go ahead, we're going to step away, come back for more of this pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Hey, welcome back here at liveevent.com as the Central Cass Squirrels cleared the court. They're going back to their locker room for some pregame instruction from their coach. Right around 7 minutes remaining before that opening tip-off as the Lisbon Broncos coming into this game 9-6 overall. They're 2-5 in Region 1. And last time out with Central Cass, they lost that game back on the 15th of January, 72-77. That was an overtime contest. The Squirrels coming out on top, and there's Central Cass Squirrels, the number 2 team ranked in the state here at Division A boys basketball. They currently sit at 12-2 overall. They're 6-1 in Region 1 play. And Central Cass coming off last week, they had a game against Wahpeton on the 2nd of February. They lost that a close game with Wahpeton 50-53 and came back and shut down Valley City on the 5th of February by a score of 88-26 over the Highlanders last week on the 5th of February. And that brings them into this contest today against the Lisbon Broncos. The Broncos, last couple games out, they've had a close contest on the I should say, had a win on the 5th of February. That was up at Carrington. They defeated the Cardinals by a score of 79-53. They came back against Mayport CG in a home game, and that was a great back-and-forth contest before Mayport CG finally closed out the Broncos with a 10-point win, 69-79. And then Lisbon traveled up to Kindred, and they took on the Vikings. The Vikings shut down the Broncos and defeated Lisbon by a score of 85-54. That was on the 9th of February. So on Monday, they came back, and Lisbon was defeated by Kindred by a score of 85-54. As we'll try to get the coach's comment here for Central Cass, Coach Norman, as Coach Norman stayed over on the far side over by the locker room. I wasn't able to round him up here. Normally the coaches are down here by their chairs, but just wasn't able to get him rounded up. And I'll see if I maybe can still squeeze that in if he shows up over here, or get him after the game. But wanted to get that pregame show or pregame interview, and just wasn't able to get him up there, Coach Norman for Central Cass. So hopefully try to see if I can get him in at the end of the game. Yeah, as I continue on with this pregame show here for the Region 1 standings. In Region 1, Central Cass leads the region at 6-1. They're 12-2 overall. Kindred High School is 5-2 in Region 1 play. They're 12-3 overall. Oak Grove High School 6-3 in the region, 9-7 in overall. Wapton High School 5-3 in the region. They're 12-4 overall. Then you have at number 5 Northern Cass at 3-3 in the region, 11-5 overall. Lisbon 2-6 in the region, 9-8 overall. And then Valley City looking for that first win in the region. They're 0-9 in Region 1. And they're 3-13 overall for the Valley City Highlanders. That's your Region 1 standings. And then turning to the Division A boys basketball poll released yesterday. As number 1 team in the state, the top 2 teams in the state unchanged this week. Fort Wayne's Minnewacan still number 1 at 14-1. Central Cass number 2 at 12-3. Beulah moves up from number 5 as they're 14-2. They're the number 3 team in the state. Kindred drops from number 3 to number 4. Kindred with that 12-3 record overall. And then Wapton receiving some recognition for that defeat of Kindred earlier in the week, as they are at Wapton now the number 5 team in the state, sitting at 12-4. They were previously unranked the week before. And then other teams receiving votes, you have Shiloh Christian 13-2, Grafton 12-3, and Devils Lake 10-7 in your latest Division A boys basketball poll. Those top 5 teams once again: Fort Wayne's Minnewacan number 1, number 2 Central Cass, number 3 Beulah, number 4 Kindred, number 5 Wahpeton. And then North Dakota Division B boys basketball poll. Top 4 teams unchanged from a week ago. Central McLean still number 1, undefeated at 17-0. Our Redeemers number 2 at 16-1. Ray number 3 at 15-1. Undefeated Hankinson number 4 at 16-0. And Midway Minto with 2 losses, number 5 team in the state. They're 14-2, and they were previously unranked a week ago. And other teams receiving votes, you have Bishop Bryan at 14-3. Oaks 14-3, and Rockford Cheyenne with that 13-3 record as the other teams receiving votes in that latest Division B boys basketball poll. And then looking at some of those Division A games this evening, some of your top 5 teams in action, and then around the state. Number 1, Fort Wayne's Minnewacan is at home against Carrington. Number 2, Central Cassiers taking on Lisbon. Number 4, Kindred is at number 5, Wahpeton. Should be a great contest between the number 4 and number 5 team in the state, Kindred and Wahpeton this evening. Receiving votes, Devils Lake takes on Harvey Wells County, and receiving votes, Grafton is at Thompson. Turtle Mountain's at Deslax Burlington. Botno is at South Prairie Max. Park River Fortville Lincoln is at Hillsborough Central Valley. Watford City at Hazen. Rugby at Nedros. And Stanley is at Dunseith. That's from around the state in your top 5 teams in action. And then in Class B, top 5 teams in action, you have Garrison is at number 1, Central McLean. And then you have Northern Cass out of Division A taking on the number 5 team in Class B, Midway Minto, for a game this evening. And a couple teams receiving votes. You have Oaks is at home against Maple River. And New Rockford Cheyenne is at home against Langdon area. Then other teams in action here in the southeast part of the state. You have Barnes County North at Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Medina Pingree Buchanan at Strasburg Zeeland. Lamore Litchfield Marion at Lytton H&B. South Borders at Kidder County. And Edgeley Como Puyler is at Napoleon. And then from your Division A Region 2 standings, we'll go for your top 2 teams out of Region 2. Currently, Fort Wayne's Minnewacan's undefeated out of Region 2. They're 6-0, 14-1 overall. Second place is Grafton High School at 6-1 in Region 2 play. They're 12-3 overall. Out of Division A Region 3, your top two teams, Botno High School is 3-0 in the region. They're 10-7 overall. Deslax Burlington is 2-1 in Region 3 play. They're 4-12 overall. And your top 2 teams out of Region 4, Division A boys basketball, Beulah High School, currently undefeated, and they're 8-0. They're 14-2 overall, and then Shiloh Christian High School with one loss. They're 8-1 on the season out of Region 4 play. They're 13-2 overall, so those are your top 4 teams out of Regions 2, 3, and 4, and then along with those Division A, Region 1 boys standings. And your latest Division A, Division B boys basketball poll rounded up with those Division A top 5 teams and Division B top 5 teams and across the state boys basketball games this evening. And we're going to go and step away. We're right under a minute remaining as they got the announcement going on. We're going to step away. We'll have the national anthem, and then we're going to come back for that opening tip-off. And I should say introductions in that opening tip-off between the Lisbon Broncos, Central Cass Girls boys basketball. That's just ahead on yourliveevent.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
At the Central Cass School District, excellence isn't just a goal. It's our mission by empowering individuals to make a positive impact. Central Cass School District is dedicated to providing students with an innovative curriculum supported by a variety of co-curricular activities from athletics and the arts to leadership and service, aiming to provide excellence between students, staff, family, and community. Central Cass School District, fostering student excellence by inspiring individuals to be their best.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
All right, welcome back here at LiveEvent.com as we continue on with this pregame show with those starting lineups. And for the visitors on that Bank North scoreboard, we have starting at 6'4", junior number 0, Easton Holland, 6 foot junior number 1, Cash Lorenz, 6'1", sophomore number 2, Andrew Zemer, 6'1", senior number 3, Keegan Peterson, and 6'2", sophomore number 13, Cole Burr. And these Squirrels are coached by Matt Norman, assisted by Jordan Hassoo, Brent Nelson, Dalton Bartholomew, and Ethan Rader. And then the Broncos, your home team on the Bank North scoreboard. Starting at guard is 5'9", senior number 2, Cam Cordero. Starting at another guard, 5'11", senior number 3, Colby Mouse. Starting at forward, 6'4", senior number 4, Owen Gilbert. Starting another forward, 6'6", junior number 5, Hayden Enger. And then starting at forward, 6 foot sophomore number 23 is Sully Kelson. So that's your starting lineups for both teams. And looks like we're missing a camera person right now, so might have to take over camera duties till they get somebody up here, but we'll see what happens. So it might be a little suspect on the stats in the game call, but I'll try to keep the camera. As the Broncos win the tip-off, that's Cordero for Lisbon. And looks like ball knocked out. They're just waiting for some traffic to clear over there on the far side. And the ball inbound. Got a fan standing up in front of us, so we'll just have to try to see if we can look through them. There's Kelson's going to drive inside the lane. And he's going to put it up a little off the fingertips for Kelson, and that's 2 points for Kelson. Here's Central Cass coming down court. The Broncos fans able to take a seat over the near corner. Left side, going to drive in is Holland. Holland turns around. Inger has the defense. Mullis with the defense for Lisbon. Turn around, put up off the fingertip for Lorenz for 2. And the fans finally able to sit down. Try to keep it up off the ceiling there. And now it's from the corner for 3. That's Inger. He's off the mark for Inger. And rebound there. Kelson. Inger's going to drive in. Puts it up and in for 2 for Hayden Inger. Give Kelson the rebound. So Broncos with the ball. That's for Cordero, turned over. Pass from Enger to Cordero. So to inbound it, Zemer will inbound it for Central Cass. Looks over, top of the key. Going back to the top of the key is Holland. Holland has it. Nope, driving left side. Going to kick it out to Lorenz. Lorenz going to drive inside. Right side, driving in the lane. Kicks it back out to Zemer. Zemer's going to drive in the lane. Puts it up out the fingertip. Rolls off. Rebound. Fighting for it. And that's Inger with the rebound for Lisbon. Ooh, ball on the floor. Cordero almost stolen away. It was a loose ball for a moment. Working inside and thrown away. Turnover there. Kelson looked like he was looking for Gilbert or Enger. So Central Cass with the ball. Turnover by the Broncos. Working right side for 3. Puts it up. That was off the mark. Rebound Kelson. Kelson working down court. There's Cordero. Throws it over to Enger. Gilbert works inside Enger. Left side to Mouse for 3. Puts it up. Rolls in on out. No good. Rebound is Zemer with the rebound. Still 4-2 up on the Bank North scoreboard. Driving right side. Going to put it up for 3. A little long, no good. Rebound for Colby Mouse with the rebound. Central Cass quickly down court. Or Lisbon quickly down court. And that was Mouse. Gilbert with the putback. So Gilbert with the rebound and the putback. Working right corner. Driving inside is Zemer. Zemer hands it off to Holland behind the back. Kicks it out, top of the key. Lorenz for 3. The bomb's away, no good. Kelson in there with the hustle. That's stolen away by Peterson. Peterson looking inside with Enger and a foul. So foul inside the paint there. Enger, I think he's going to pick it up. So we're going to have inbound. Lorenz had it. He kicks it out to Holland. Holland's coming back top of the key to Burr. Back to Peterson. Oh, stolen away by Gilbert for Lisbon. He has a steal. Coming down court. Still waiting for a camera person, so I'm trying to do triple duty. And Gilbert gets it to Kelson. Kelson, top of the key, is going to drive right side. Lays it up. That's partially blocked. Tipped. And Gilbert cleans it up underneath the paint. Puts it up. Back up. Gilbert with a couple rebounds and scrambling for it. There's Kelson again. Gilbert with 3 rebounds, a steal and 2 points. Also Enger and Kelson with 2 points apiece. Yeah, it looks like the Squirrels with the ball. So after all the jump ball called. Kicking it out left side, going to drive inside. Kicks it back out to Burr for 3. Nails it all net for 3. Broncos trying to get it down court. Little pressure by the Squirrels. Works it in left side. Back around top of the key. Looks right for Cordero. Cordero has it, drives inside, finds some room, puts it up high off the backboard, no good. A little bit short. Rebound coming there for Holland. Squirrels down court. And that pass thrown away. You see what's last touched by. The officials kind of look at each other. Who touched it? They got to make the call, and they say Broncos with the ball. Mouse will take over. Squirrels last one to touch it. There's Mouse. Mouse coming down court. Looking right side, Kelson. Gilbert, right side back to Kelson. Kelson's going to drive baseline. Big hop by Kelson. Puts the brakes on. Bound back out to Cordero. Left side. Mouse drives inside the lane. Dish to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to pull it down. Thought about it. Puts it up. Little jumper, no good. Kelson with the rebound for Lisbon. He has 3 of them in this first quarter. A little sky hook in the lane, and good for 2 for Sully Kelson. That gives him an Agassi Egg precision move of the game there, as Kelson with the little sky hook inside the lane puts it in for 2 for Kelson. And Holland with the ball for Central Cass going left side, kicks it back out, now going baseline. Got it to Zemer. Zemer's back underneath. Looks like Lorenz. Nope, excuse me, take that back. And that's good for 2. As I have to see, that was Deutsch, so Jackson Deutsch in the game. He's going to put it in. And still without a cameraman, so I apologize for that. Last 2:49 remaining first quarter. Score 8-7. Lorenz with 2 points. Bird with 3. Deutsch with 2 for Central Cass. And driving inside, that's Holland. Drives the lane, puts it up left hand, no good. Rebound, Gilbert for Lisbon. Coming down court, loose ball. Give Gilbert 4 rebounds. And working inside, that's tipped away. Fast break opportunity for Central Cass. Lays it up off the glass and in. And that basket was good. As the cameraman forgot to follow him there. So that's Blixt for Central Cass with the basket. So Blixt with 2. Working, that's Cordero for 3. Puts it up, that's long. Rebound, Kelson. He's on the right side. Still fighting for it. That's batted away, stolen away by Peterson with the steal. Driving right side, Lorenz. He's going to dish it out. Jackson Deutsch inside the lane, left corner. That's for 3. Puts it up. Rainbow shot, no good. A little bit short by Peterson. Excuse me. That was Lorenz. And we got a foul. So that's going to go on Deutsch with the foul. That's stolen away, so Central Cass, fast break opportunity once again with the steal. So that was Blixt with the steal. He has 2 points in the game, going to drive in the lane, puts it up off the glass, and good for 2 for Blixt. Lisbon down court. That's Gilbert to Kelson. Kelson right side, nice little move by Kelson. Little spin move, Gilbert's going to clean it up. He's fouled, no basket though, but Gilbert put it in. He had the rebound, under a minute remaining. Gilbert with 5 rebounds, 2 points and a steal for Lisbon. Central Cass has the 3-point lead, 11-8. The basket did not count. That foul going on number 12, it looks like. So Lucas Christensen, inbound by Lisbon. Gets it out here to Anger. Anger's going to go top of the key to Cordero. Cordero right side. That was Kelson to Mouse baseline. Drives in. He's turned back. Cordero right side behind the three-point line. Back to Kelson. Kelson working it inside to Enger. Kicks it to Mouse for three. Puts it up good. Bombs away for Colby Mouse with 3 points. And working back here, Zemer has it. Zemer's just going to play for the last shot. He sets up the offense. Right here, mid-court. Kelson's going to go out and pressure him now. Zemer still looking in. Now he's going to drive right side. Kelson with the defense. Breaks up his momentum. Driving to Deutsch. Deutsch is fouled inside the lane. No shot. And that stops the clock. With under 6 seconds remaining, Deutsch was fouled. So that's another foul on Lisbon, I think. That's going to go against Enger. So Enger is going to pick up another foul. And folks, we're tied up 11 in the first quarter. Inbound's going to spin around the lane, and now we got a foul in the basket. Counts. Ooh, big time play there for Holland at the end. No time on the clock. He gets the shot off. It goes in, and he's going to the line. He's going to give. So that should be 13-11, I think. And then he's going to go to the line for one. So end of the quarter. First free throw attempt by either team. And he's going to convert on it for Holland. Holland has 3 points in the game. And they got 0.3 seconds on the clock, so it looks like they still had 0.3 seconds left on the clock. I think that's what it is. So it's 14-11. So we got 0.3 seconds left on the clock before the quarter. I think both teams thought it was quarter break. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Just Central Cass with the 3-point lead off that big basket and the foul. And Holland converts, and he gives Central Cass the 3-point lead, 14-11. Going into the second quarter. We're going to go and step away, come back for more on yourliveevent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community. One that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
All right, welcome back. Your11.com as the Broncos and the Central Cass Squirrels. Right now, a 3-point game as it was tied up at 11 apiece. And now it's 14-11. Just 0.3 seconds on the clock, and there is a foul on Holland for Central Cass. He converted on the basket, and then their free throw. And he gives Central Cass a 3-point lead as the Broncos will have the ball coming out of the quarter break here heading into the second quarter. Yeah, thank you. All right, now I'll start of the second quarter. Looking underneath, there's Kelson with it for Lisbon. So Kelson has it. Looks to Mouse, top of the key. Now inside to Enger, and that's knocked out. Over on the far side by Peterson. Lisbon should have possession. And Cordero with it. Cordero to Kelson. Now Enger is able to get a hold of it, almost with the travel. Defended over there by Zemer. Back to Mouse, top of the key, left side. Cordero is going to put it up for three. Looks good. Oh, drains it for Cordero. So Cordero coming out of the quarter now ties it up at 14 apiece. And looking here for Central Cass. Looks like Zemer with it. Top of the key, left side, dishes it out. That's for three for Holland. And count it. He has 6 in the game for Holland and a rebound. Here's Mouse with 7:05 remaining second quarter. Mouse with a little bit of pressure by Burr. Gilbert. Gilbert's going to pull it down. He thought about it, driving inside the lane. Oh, and well read over there by Zemer. Zemer read that one, stole it. And he's going to come right side. Back here to Burr. Burr's going to dish it off to Zemer. Zemer right side. Had a little bit of an opening. Going to put it up for three, and good. Knocks it down for Burr. Burr has 6 points in the game, 2 3-pointers for Burr. And just like that, the 6-point lead now, 20-14. For Central Cass, up by 6, and looks like we're going to have subs in. And a turnover by Lisbon, so sub coming in. And Peterson takes a seat for Central Cass. And coming off the bench is Ben Nelson. So Nelson in the game for Central Cass coming off the bench. Here's Zemer, brings it down court. That's for three, bombs away, and puts in another tray for Central Cass. And Lorenz with 5 points in the game. And now 14-23. Yeah, Central Cass able to knock down these 3-point baskets, extending that lead. 14-23, they're up by 9, and Coach Jason Coonsey calls a timeout. He's going to regroup his team here in the second quarter with 6:12 remaining up on the Bank North scoreboard. It is a 23-14 lead for Central Cass.
With the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, welcome back here at LiveEvent.com. 6:12 remaining, second quarter up on the Bank North scoreboard. It is a 23-14 lead here for Central Cass with 6:12 remaining, second quarter. Broncos with the ball, Gilbert. Broncos on the far end of the court. Here, Cordero gets across, a little pressure by Central Cass. Cordero's going to dish it out. Qual in the game for Lisbon. And going left side for Cordero for three, puts it up. That's short. And a big rebound for Zemer with the rebound. Driving left side, puts it up there for Holland for two. Holland with 8 points in the game. Qual brings it down court, 5:44 remaining. He's looking for help from Kelson. Kelson right side, now top of the key, drives in, free throw line. Looking for help, gets it to Mouse, right side, lays it up off the glass, that's short. Knocked around by Lorenz, rebound by Holland. Holland's going to take it inside the lane. He gets it out as he's falling down, throws it out. That's good for three for Lorenz. He has 2 3-pointers in the game, and Central Cass keeps stacking up the 3-point baskets. And there's Kelson for Lisbon. Kelson goes right side. Oh, and he's going to get called for the charge. And Kelson whistled with the foul as he took a big step, and he's whistled with the charge. 14-point lead for Central Cass with 5:09 remaining here in the second quarter. Driving right side, going to lay it up off, no good. Defended by Qual. Rebound, Kelson for Lisbon. Right side, Cordero dishes it out. Gilbert for three. That's long, no good. A little bit too much on it. As Christensen came screaming in for Central Cass with the defense. Looking inside. Central Cass going to go right side. Holland had it. Pulling it down, putting it up for three. Oh, and good is Burr. Burr with 3 3-pointers in the game. Coming out of the first quarter, 11-14 was our score in favor of Central Cass. Broncos tied it up again at 14, and we got another timeout here with Central Cass now leading 31-14 over the Broncos. 4:24 remaining, second quarter. Step away, take a word from our sponsors on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
All right, welcome back up on the Bank North scoreboard. With 4:24 remaining second quarter, Central Cass leads by a score of 31-14. Not new, not national. Bank North, hometown bank, focused on relationships, local banking decisions, and community support. Find out more at banknorth.bank. Bank North, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. There's your Bank North scoreboard update. Broncos with the ball, feeds it to Inger. Mouse for three, puts it fly, no good. Rebound by Holland. Quickly down court, working left side. Left corner is Blixt. Driving inside, going to put it up, lays it up, gets his own rebound. And now 2 rebounds there for Lorenz. Wasn't able to convert, got a couple rebounds. He gets it, backs out to Blixt left corner. Long pass to Holland for 3, puts it up, roll it in and out. Kelson, and he's going to get fouled. Kelson going in on the rebound, he's fouled. So Blixt is going to pick it up for Central Cass, the foul for Central Cass. You're at 3:49 remaining in the second quarter. Working far side over there, Gilbert. Gilbert right side. Now to Anger. Anger's working inside the lane, going to kick it out to Gilbert. Gilbert back here to Cordero. Cordero top of the key for Lisbon. Cordero's going to try to drive in. That's hit out momentarily. Cordero gets it back to Kelson. Works it inside Anger. That's batted away. Back to Kelson. Kelson sees an opening, drives inside the lane, puts it up. He's fouled. And I think Blixt is going to pick up another one. So Blixt will pick up a second foul off the bench. 2 team fouls in the quarter, 3:19 remaining in the second quarter. Still 31-14 after that timeout called by Coach Jason Coonsey of the Broncos. And Kelson will convert. Kelson with 5 points in the game. Have him down for 4 rebounds. Kelson with another one. No good for Kelson. Rebound, Central Cass. Blixt is going to put it up. That's blocked by Cordero with the ups, and he blocks it. Cordero with 3 points in the game for Lisbon. He's going to come down court, left side, puts it up off the glass. Good for 2 for Cam Cordero. Cordero with 5 points in the game. Blixt with it. He's going to kick it out left corner for 3 for Deutsch. Deutsch, that's long. Rebound, Cordero. Cordero with another one. He comes quickly down court, left side, going to layup off the glass. Almost nice touch by Cordero, just couldn't get it to fall. And a timeout for Central Cass, I believe. So they have the timeout, looking for some subs coming in and out. And 31-17. Up on the Bank North scoreboard, so that score 31-17 as we're going to step away for 30 seconds. Come back for more on yourlevevent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
All right, inbounds by Central Cass coming down after that timeout is Zemer. Zemer has it. He's going to go right side and then open up baseline. He gets to kick it out to Holland for 3. That's off. Hits the back of the rim. Rebound, another one for Cordero. Cordero with the block shot, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Quickly down court to Mouse to Cordero. Cordero thought about it to Enger. See if he can heat up for 3. That's off. How long? No good for Enger. Rebound over there by Peterson. And that's good for 3. Lorenz with 3 3-point baskets. 17-34. Lisbon hasn't found an answer yet from beyond the 3-point line. And that's going to be a travel on Kelson. So Kelson went up with the ball and came back down with it. He's whistled for the foul. Defended over there by Lorenz with 2:04 remaining second quarter. Holland to inbound it. Right side. Now left corner, left corner, back, working top of the key, back to Deutsch. Pulling down Burr. Kicks it out to Zemer. That's for 3 for, oh, no good there for Burr. And last touch, heads up play by Deutsch. He's gonna doink it off of Mouse and Central Cass will retain possession. Zemer to inbound it. Minute 44 remaining. Broncos down by 17. Inbound to Zemer. Zemer's going to drive in, put it up. Little loop-de-loop on the left side and rebound by Enger. He brings it back down. Broncos and Cordero right side. And he's going to get the charge. Another one, Deutsch with the feet planted in the lane. And that's going to go on Cordero. Cordero with his first foul. Enger has 2 for Lisbon. Blixt has 2 for Central Cass. Working here, Lorenz baseline, kicks it back out to Deutsch. Deutsch going to work right side, puts it up off the glass. He gets his own rebound. That's long. Still fighting inside. Mouse finally comes down with it. Give Mouse the rebound. And Deutsch. Enger is going to kick it out. Cordero right side. Minute 5 remaining. Cordero off the fingertips. Rebound. Kilson cleans it up and converts for Lisbon. So Kelson cleaned up the shot by Cordero with the rebound. Put it back up. Converts on the basket. Now at the free throw line. Looks like Deutsch coming out of the game. Peterson going back in. For Lisbon, they have Keller, Cordero in the backcourt. Kelson, Enger, and Gilbert. And that first shot there rolls off. No good for Kelson. So Kelson not able to convert. 34-19, and we got a foul at the baseline as Lorenz trying to work around. Tried to feed it in underneath over there to Holland on the left side. So the score with under 56 seconds remaining. 34-19 in favor of the Squirrels. Working the top there to Burr. Top of the key. Ditches it out to Lorenz. Lorenz working left side. Going to take a hop. That ball knocked out and going to the line for 2 after the foul by Keller. So Keller with 2 fouls for Lisbon. Lisbon in the quarter with 4 fouls now. Under 50 seconds remaining. And that rolls off, no good. First shot by Lorenz. His first free throw attempt is no good. Putting up the second. Goes through, nothing but net. 1 for 2 from the free throw line for Lorenz. Broncos down court. Hanger with the ball. Feeds it to Keller. Keller's going to pull it down. Kicks it out to Gilbert for 3. That's blocked. Gets it on. So give the block to Burr. Gilbert cleaned it up. Gilbert's going to put it back up. Enger and Burr going at it. And then finally, Zemer pulls it down. Zemer's going to slow things down, see if they can play for the last shot. With 35-19. Our current score with under 15 seconds remaining. Zemer's just going to run back and forth. No pressure by the Broncos. Holland trying to set up a screen. Back out to Holland. He's going to pull it down, see if he can find some room in the lane. Cordero's in there, had the defense and the rebound. Holland gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in for 2. And we're going into halftime. 37-19 is this halftime score. Central Cass up on the Lisbon Broncos. 37-19 going into halftime as we're going to step away. We'll come back for that Olson Accounting halftime show. That's just ahead on yourliveevent.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullis & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
All right, welcome back here. Your liveevent.com as we're here for this Olson Accounting halftime show. If you need help with your monthly accounting payroll, let senior staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to colsoncpa.com. This is your Olson Accounting halftime show. Looking at the scoreboard, Central Cass led at the end of the first quarter 14-11, and now lead at halftime over the Broncos by a score of 37-19. Yeah, as we turn to these halftime stats for Lisbon, with 5 points is Cam Cordero, 2 rebounds and a block shot. Mouse with Lisbon with a 3-point basket and 2 rebounds. Inger with 2 points in the game, 2 rebounds. Kelson for Lisbon, 7 points in the game, 6 rebounds. He was 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And then Owen Gilbert for Lisbon, 2 points in the game, 5 rebounds and a steal for the Broncos. And then turning to Central Cass, just on the fouls. Cordero with the foul, Inger with 2 fouls for Lisbon. Kelson with a foul, and Cutter Keller off the bench with 2 fouls. Also in the game for Lisbon was Qual coming off the bench for Lisbon, along with Keller. And then for Central Cass, unofficial stats, Holland with 10 points, 4 rebounds. Lorenz, 12 points, 2 rebounds. Zemer, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Peterson with a steal and rebound. Burr with 9 points. He has 3 three-pointers in the game and a block shot and a rebound for Burr. And Deutsch, 2 points in the game, 3 rebounds. And then Blixt with 4 points in the game and a steal for Blixt. Blixt also with 2 fouls, along with Deutsch with a foul for Central Cass. And just checking the 3-point baskets here for Lisbon. Cordero with the 3-point basket along with Mouse. So Lisbon with 2 3-point baskets. And then Central Cass, they started to light it up in that second quarter. But Holland with 1 3-point basket. Lorenz with 3 in the game, along with Burr with 3 3-point baskets in the game. So that's really been the difference as Central Cass, they just broke it open here in the second quarter. It was 11-14 after the end of the first quarter. Lisbon tied it up at 14, and then Central Cass just blew it away or blew it open with those 3-point baskets. And currently lead now by a score of 37-19. They got the 18-point lead over Lisbon here at halftime. As we're under 5 minutes, 30 seconds away from our second half. We're going to go and step away, and we'll come back for more of this Olson Accounting halftime show. That's just ahead on yourliveevent.com.
What was that? Is that Top Insurance?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Toop Insurance.
Maybe Toupee.
Could be Toupee. Yeah, I don't know.
Or Taupe Insurance, maybe?
I don't think so.
Say it right. That's T-O-O-P. That's Taupe.
Oh, it's Taupe.
That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton. Get in touch with Ryan today for a quote or review of your policies.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care. Guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
All right, welcome back here for the Olson Accounting halftime show. As the score at halftime currently 37-19. Just at 4 minutes remaining until the start of the third quarter. As Central Cass, they led by a score of 14-11 over Lisbon at the end of the first quarter. Lisbon is able to tie it up at 14 apiece. And then Central Cass just started pouring in the three-point baskets and have pulled ahead now with the 18-point lead over the Lisbon Broncos. They currently lead by a score of 37-19. And then looking at the unofficial stats, leading out scorers is Cashton Lorenz for Central Cass. As he has 12 points in the game unofficially, 3 3-point baskets in the game for Lorenz. Also going 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then his teammate Easton Holland with 10 points in the game. He has 1 3-point basket. He was 1 of 1 from the free throw line as well. And then for Lisbon, leading scorer currently is Sully Kelson for Lisbon. Lisbon with Kelson, he has 7 points in the game. Kelson going 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And then that's followed up by Cam Cordero. Cordero with a 3-point basket in the game as part of his 5 total points so far in the game for Lisbon. Lisbon not able to find the range yet and, go toe-to-toe with those 3-point baskets with Central Cass. Enger and Cordero both having a little bit of trouble there with the 3-point shots, along with Gilbert firing off a few for Lisbon. Lisbon off the bench, they've had Qual and Keller in the game. And then for Central Cass with a nice mix, as they have 4 players coming in off the bench with Deutsch, Blix, Christensen, and Nelson, able to give some of their starters a pretty good breather in that first half of play. Lisbon just trying to keep pace with Central Cass and not able to do that up to this point in the game, as we have a 37-19 halftime lead for Central Cass. So Lisbon, a lot of work to do coming out, hoping like Jason Coons, said there in that coach's interview, he was looking for a fast start for Lisbon in that first quarter. And, they were able to keep pace. They had it tied up before the quarter break. In that first quarter, it was tied up at 11 apiece. And then Central Cass at the end of that first quarter, they were able to get a basket and then convert on the off the foul with the free throw. And they took that 3-point lead after the end of the first quarter. 11-14, Broncos came out and tied it up at 14 apiece. There was a 3-point basket thrown in there by Lisbon, and they tied it up at 14 at the beginning of the second quarter. And then Central Cass has just poured in those 3-point baskets and pulled away from Lisbon, now up 37-19. As you look at just turn to that Division A boys basketball poll one more time here in the Olson Accounting halftime show, as 4 wins Minnewacan, number 1 team in the state at 14-1. Central Cass is number 2. That's unchanged from a week ago. Beulah moves up to number 5. Beulah moves up to number 3. They were number 5 last week. Kinder drops down to number 4 from 3. And then at number 5 coming in, not ranked last week, is Wahpeton. As your top 5 teams once again in Division A boys basketball, 4 wins Minnewacan, Central Cass, Beulah, Kindred, and Wahpeton. And then you had a couple other teams receiving votes with Shiloh Christian, Grafton, and Devils Lake. And then turning to that Division B boys basketball poll as number 1 team in the state, Central McLean. That's unchanged. They're still unbeaten at 17-0. Our Redeemers number 2, Ray number 3, Hankinson still undefeated at number 4 at 16-0. Midway Minto number 5 at 14-2. And then other teams receiving votes in the latest Division B boys basketball poll, Bishop Ryan at 14-3 along with Oaks, and then New Rockford Cheyenne at 13-3. As the Broncos back out on the court, as we will turn away from that Olson Accounting halftime show as we're back into action inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. And Cordero with the ball. Broncos inbound at the beginning of the half. They get right to business. Had a long talk in the locker room with the coach. They're back out here just as the time runs out, and that's Cordero. Cordero right away. He's going to go right side layup for 2 to open things up for Lisbon. And that's working here left side by Peterson. Peterson gets it top of the key to Lorenz for Central Cass. And working right side, high off the glass. That hits the side of the backboard. And Kelson's going to pull it down. He's got some pressure by Holland. Finally, Kelson gets it, dribbles out. He's going to throw it away. Loose ball. Mouse cleans it up. So Kelson give him the rebound. He has 7 in the game unofficially. Kelson top of the key. Gets it over to Gilbert. Has right side. He's going to put it up. Rolls it in for 2 for Gilbert. Gilbert with 4 in the game. Lisbon with a couple baskets to start things out. in the quarter. Now 23-37 on the 4-0 run. Nice little give and go. The assistant got a foul on the pass from Zemer to Lorenz. I think Lorenz is going to the line. So Cordero's going to pick up another foul for Lisbon. Lorenz fouled as he was driving to the basket. And put up the shot. He's going to convert for Lorenz. Now 2 of 3 from the free throw line for Cashton Lorenz, the 6-foot junior, and that's going to go into now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Lorenz unofficially with 14 points in the game, leading all scorers. Broncos quickly down court. Gilbert to Enger, and come crashing through there. That was Holland. He's going to steal it away, and Central Cass with the ball. So score 23-39 in favor of the Squirrels. Driving right side, Holland lays it up left side. That's blocked by Gilbert. And Mouse is going to come down with it. And looks like Lisbon ball just beyond midcourt. Here's Cordero. That was Mouse to Cordero on the far side. No, near side here, Kelson right side, top of the key, back left corner. Cordero's going to drive baseline, see if he can get it up. He's a lot of traffic, puts it up, rolls around. Gilbert with the hustle. And Lorenz, Gilbert's going to push Lorenz. He's going to get the foul. So Gilbert's going to pick up his first foul. Second of the quarter for Lisbon, 6:05 remaining third quarter. Lorenz and Zemer backcourt now across the half court line. Gets to Holland. Lorenz going to drive right side. He loses it, and we're going to get a foul. Mouse and Kelson there with the defense. I think it's going against Mouse. Mouse thought he had it stripped out. They're going to give it up to Enger. Okay. So Hayden Enger's going to pick that up. I must have missed him in all that traffic. Kind of hard guy to miss, but I guess I did. Because I thought it would be Mouse or Kelson. And Kelson with the defense over there driving. He's going to get a hand on it. Loose ball on the court. That's stolen away by the Broncos. Gilbert give it Kelson the steal on that. Cleaned it up, and that's stolen back going right side. The 200 dunk, and boom, it goes in for Holland. Yeah, and we're going to have a timeout. 41-23, the Broncos had the steal. Holland steals it away, goes up for the two-handed dunk, and we got a timeout by the Broncos. 5:34 remaining. We'll come back for more on your live event.
You don't have to spend 4 years or a fortune to start your future. At NDSCS, you'll find first-class classrooms, expert instructors, and hands-on learning that gets you job-ready fast. Earn your degree, gain confidence, and start a career you love sooner than you think. With 97% job placement, high starting salaries, and transfer programs that save thousands, it just makes sense. And that's why NDSCS is the smarter way to college.
Well, it's been back and forth at the start of this third quarter. 18-point lead for Central Cass coming out of the half, and they've built it back up there to 18. The Broncos came out with 4 quick points. Central Cass, they're off of that steal and the big dunk by Holland, and the Broncos call a timeout now. 41-23, back up to the 18-point lead for Central Cass. As Holland now in the game with 12 points. Lorenz's teammate with 14. And the inbounds here for Lisbon with Mouse to Kelson. Kelson looks right side. He's going to stop just beyond the free throw line. Or excuse me, the three-point line. Back over here now, Tui in the game for Lisbon off the bench. Works it around left side. Tui has it, top of the key. Works it into Gilbert. Gilbert's going to go inside the lane, puts it up for 2. For Gilbert. Lorenz, or excuse me, that was Holland that hit the floor. No foul on that. Zemer's going to dish it off, works it into Lorenz, goes right side, puts it up off the dribble for Lorenz for 2. He has 16 in the game. And there's Gilbert again, feed it in. The Broncos finding some play inside down the paint with Gilbert on the left side. Gilbert 2 in a row for Lisbon. He's going to go in front of the basket, and that goes in for 2 for Zemer. And the Broncos can't just trade baskets. They're going to have to come up +1 on the turnovers and convert. Yeah, so far it's been back and forth, just trading baskets now in the second half. 45-27. Kelson over there harassed by the Squirrels. And no foul over there. So we're going to have a bunch of subs in and out. Mouse in for Lisbon. So right now, Lisbon on the floor has Cordero, Qual, Kelson, Keller, and Gilbert in the game. Qual here right side. Took the long way around the world, went baseline back from left to right. Now Cordero looks for Kelson inside, gets it to Gilbert. To Keller. Keller's going to pull it down. Lisbon finding some success inside with Gilbert this half. To Qual. Down to 2 seconds. They're going to have to put it up. Cordero, the big bomb. That goes off no good. A little bit long. Rebound coming down there was Lorenz. He's going to put it up off the dribble. No good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. And the big, and a foul off the shot by Holland. As Lorenz came screaming in. Thought he was going to one-handed dunk there on the right side. Laid it up off the fingertips, and the momentum just carried the ball over the rim. He got his own rebound. Got it to Holland, and Holland is fouled. Here with 3:30 remaining third quarter. He's going to put the first one up short. 12 points in the game for Holland. Kelson takes a seat for Lisbon. Enger off the bench comes in. Should say he started for Lisbon, but he replaces Kelson on the court, and that second one is good. So 27-46. 19-point lead. Enger with the ball for Lisbon. 3:25 remaining third quarter. Enger's going to go right side. No look pass to Gilbert. Cordero drives in left side. That's blocked with the defense by Zemer with the block. And here quickly down court. Loose ball inside. Qual with the defense for Lisbon. Lorenz has the ball. Central cast left side. Cornered by Blix. Going to feed it in. Now Blix in the corner for 3. Puts it up. That looks a little bit long. Enger with the rebound. That's blocked by Enger. Deutsch had it momentarily. Enger had the block. And now Zemer for center cast, able to grab it, pulls it down, goes downtown, top of the key, looking right side in the lane. Stolen away by Hayden Enger of Lisbon. Enger's going to go, dish it to Qual, right side. Cordero for 3, he sets up, lets it fly. That's long and a foul. Away from the ball or inside. And it looks like Enger with another one. So Enger is going to pick up his third. Enger with 3 in the game, 4 in the quarter for Lisbon. 2:35 remaining. 46-27, the 19-point lead for Central Cass. Broncos have the ball under their own basket. And it's going to look for Gilbert right side. Gilbert working inside to Enger. That's tipped out off the bench by Christensen. Christensen coming in off the bench. So it looks like Lorenz, Christensen, Peterson, Deutsch, and Blixton for Central Cass here in the second quarter. 2:29 remaining, and now another foul. And this is going to go against Christensen. So first team foul. Broncos now with 5 in the quarter. Central Cass with 1. Gilbert looks inside. Cordero able to get it. Blixt with the defense. Carter Keller left side to Qual. Qual in the corner, drives baseline, feeds it into Enger underneath the basket. Good for 2, and he's fouled. The basket counts. Enger with the bucket. So Enger will go to the line. That's now 3 fouls in the quarter. And Lorenz will pick up the foul for Central Cass. That shot put up, rolls in and out by Enger. The Broncos struggling a little bit from the free throw line. And that's pass put out, working inside to Christensen. Christensen's going to kick it back out to Deutsch, top of the key. Loose ball, and it goes out. Turnover by Central Cass. Lisbon with possession, 46-29. Third quarter, 2:03 remaining. And Cordero with it, brings it down. Back to Cordero inside. Doach with the defense. He's going to tip it out, working against Enger. And looks like Nelson coming in for Central Cass. Deutsch will take a seat. Minute 49 remaining, third quarter. Broncos have the ball underneath their own basket. Enger is going to get it to Cordero. Cordero works it left side, left corner to Qual, baseline. Gilbert underneath the basket, turns around, puts it up. That's going to roll around, no good, but he's fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2 for Gilbert. As the Broncos really working it inside. On that left side to Gilbert, they've had a little bit of success there. Just not going to make up a lot of ground with the back and forth battle right now. And Gilbert's going to put it in. Gilbert currently 1-1 from the free throw line. I think he has 9 points in the game for Gilbert unofficially. Second one, no good for Lisbon and Gilbert. A rebound by Christensen. He pulls it down. Central Cass quickly down court. That's for 3 downtown. Off, no good. Rebound Enger. Yeah, as Burr put it up, Enger with the rebound for Lisbon. Broncos quickly down court. And Gilbert fouled again by Christensen. And Central Cass now with 4 fouls in the quarter. Or 5, excuse me. That's going to go against Burr. And Gilbert converts. Gilbert 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He'll have the second one coming up. That one's long off the back of the rim for Gilbert. Rebound Central Cass quickly down court. Working left corner. That's Holland trying to drive inside. That's put up by Burr for 3, in and out. Went around the rim, in and out, and on the floor. And possession going to Central Cass. And Qual covers it up like a fumble. As they were underneath their own basket. They're underneath the Central Cass basket. Qual just covers up. And possession going to Central Cass. Looking here to left side. Burr had it. Go back to the left corner to Burr. Zemer here near side. Little screen set up. Defense by Enger. And that pass over to Christensen. Right side. Puts it up high off the glass. And good for 2 for Christensen. He's on the board for 2. Christensen with 2 points in the game. Cordero brings it down under 35 seconds remaining. 25 on the shot clock for Lisbon. Down to Qual baseline. He tries to work it into Gilbert. And Gilbert trashed inside. He's going to get his own rebound. Puts it up and good for 2 for Gilbert. Back on that, working that left side for Gilbert. And he's going to convert another basket for Lisbon. 33-48. And we do have a timeout under 13 seconds, or I should say under 14 seconds remaining up on the Bank North scoreboard. As we have a timeout on the floor, and currently 33-48. Central Cass has the lead up on the Bank North scoreboard. Banking should feel personal at Bank North. It does. They're proud to be local, supporting local teams and the communities they serve. Visit banknorth.bank to learn more. Bank North, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. As the score after that first quarter, it was 14-11, 3-point lead for Central Cass. Broncos are able to tie it back up at 14 within the first minute of that second quarter. Then Central Cass poured in those 3-point baskets, and they led at halftime by a score of 37-19. And currently at the end of this third quarter with under 14 seconds remaining, up on the Bank North scoreboard, it is a 48-33 lead for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Central Cass Squirrels, as they're up now by 15. And I think they're biggest lead they've had is 19. So Lisbon, they were down by 18 at halftime, now down by 15 here towards the end of this third quarter with under 14 seconds remaining. Making up a little bit of ground. Let's see if they can keep Central Cass from scoring the final 14 seconds in this third quarter. As the inbound pass, final 14 seconds of the third quarter. Working inside, that was Burr that has it. Left corner. Now to Burr, he's going to pull it down to Holland. Holland's going to go left side. He finds some room. That's knocked away by Tui. And Kelson with it. He gets it to Qual on the Broncos. Good job on the defense. They keep Central Cass from the converting on the basket here at the end of the quarter. So 48-33 at the end of the quarter. Central Cass with this 15-point lead. And we're going to step away and come back for more from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Broadcasting to you live from the Stockgor's Bank broadcast booth high atop the bleachers on the south side of the gymnasium.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
All right, welcome back here to the start of the fourth quarter. Central Cass with the 15-point lead over the Broncos. They led by 18 at halftime, 37-19. Led by 3 at the end of the first quarter, 14-11. Broncos whittling a little bit off that halftime lead by Central Cass. And Lisbon with the ball in the possession arrow to start the fourth quarter. Cordero has the ball. Going to work right side. Now goes left to Qual, looking here for Tui off the bench. Tui in the game. That's stolen away. Oh, Kelson comes screaming in. Good play by Kelson. He steals it back. And inside, rebound. Coming there for Peterson. Peterson with the rebound. Burr with the ball. Goes left side to Holland. Holland and Tui with the defense left side. Tui got a hand on it. Goes in anyway for Holland, so he converts on the basket. Unofficially there for Holland. He has 15 points in the game. There's Cordero, and Cordero's going to find some room right side to Tui. That's put up, blocked there by Christensen. Brought down the court, right side, and that's up off, feeds it into Christensen for 2. Or excuse me, that was Nelson for 2. Nelson has 2 points in the game. Working here, Qual right side, 33-52. Couple quick baskets here, start of the fourth quarter for Central Cass, and that ball with the foul on Nelson. So Nelson will pick up his first foul. So the Broncos on the court with Keller, Gilbert, Enger, Kelson, and Cordero. Cordero to inbound it for Lisbon. Central Cass has Holland, Lorenz, Deutsch, and Nelson, along with Zemer out there. Working inside the lane, not stolen away. Nelson with it. Give Nelson the steal. Quickly down court, that's for 3. Puts it up, that's off, no good. Inside the lane, rebound, Gilbert with it. He's defended by Holland. Gilbert brings it down. Cordero has it, stops inside the lane, looking for Gilbert, right side, or excuse me, left side, puts it back up, rolls around again. Enger in it, battling for it. Enger is going to get a jump ball.
Back in for the Broncos, number 3, Kobe Mouse.
And tied up on the inside. 52-33 is our score. It was 48-33. A 4-point run by Central Cass. Lisbon trying to work that ball on the left side to Gilbert again. That's for 3. Good play at the top of the key. That's no good. Shot put up by Zemer. Rebound. Gilbert has it. Gilbert gets the rebound. They're quickly down court. Lisbon, Kelson's going to drive baseline. Stops, puts it up. He's fouled on the shot. Kelson going to the free throw line for Lisbon. Kelson him 2 for 2 unofficially. That one rolls in and out. Kelson gets his second shot, 5:43 remaining. And that goes up a little bit too hard off the back of the rim. Kelson misses both. And there's Gilbert with the steal. Gilbert intercepts that pass. Broncos and Gilbert come down court. Right side, Cordero, that's blocked by Deutsch. So Deutsch with the block. He's going to clean up the steal. And now center cast down court. Deutsch has it. Working left side. Holland's going to dish it out. Back to the top of the key, driving right side. The Broncos and Gilbert. I think we're going to have a foul there, either Gilbert or Mouse. As Lorenz went to the floor. So Gilbert's going to pick up the foul. He has 3 in the game for Lisbon. They said Peterson, Keegan Peterson in the game. Let's see, Holland takes a seat. So Peterson in, Holland on the bench, or takes a seat. Deutsch with the ball, working. Oh, and he's going to throw it away. Just missed off. Well, blitzed. And Cordero's going right side, and he's going to draw the foul. Deutsch whistled with the foul. So still 52-33. That score at the end of the third quarter, 48-33. Broncos struggling from the free throw line. Cordero misses that one. Cordero gets the second. And that one rolls off as well. And that's rebound. Enger's going to put it back up and in for Lisbon. The Broncos managed to come away with 2 points. That's a little loop-de-loop, put it up and in off the scoop, and a foul on Lorenz. Enger's going to pick up another one. He has 4 in the game now for Hayden Enger. And that's good for Lorenz. Converts 35-53. And that rolls off. Rebound blocked by Gilbert. So Peterson had the rebound, and it was blocked by Gilbert. I think we're going to have another foul underneath. Mouse is going to pick up the foul. That's his second in the game. Peterson in the scoring column now. He converts on that free throw. Unofficially in the game with 1 point. Got him with 3 rebounds and a steal for Peterson. He's going to put that second one in. 2 points in the game unofficially for Peterson. He's going to build that lead now by 20, biggest lead of the game, 35-55 for Central Cass. Feeds it in. Enger underneath, puts it up for 2 for Hayden Enger. The assist from Kelson. Working back here, top of the key, kind of downtown is Lorenz. Lorenz going to go right side into some traffic with Kelson. Kelson grabs a hold of the ball, and I think they're going to give him jump ball over there. It's 37-55, our score. Kelson just grabbed onto the ball, held onto it. And 4:15 remaining, hanging Enger to inbound it. Looking for Mouse. Nope, now he's got to get to Cordero. Cordero able to break 3 off the pressure. He's going to go right side, looking for that's Gilbert. Gilbert drives inside the lane, puts it up on, good for 2 for Gilbert. Gilbert trying to be the magic man for Lisbon. Now 39-55, working inside the paint. Big game for Gilbert. Working inside. Now with 3:50 remaining fourth quarter. 39-55 and a timeout called by Coach Matt Norman for Central Cass, as he's going to sit the boys down and talk about it. With 3:47 remaining up on the Make North scoreboard, Central Cass leads 55-39 over the Lisbon Broncos.
Running a business is tough, but your accounting doesn't have to be. Let Olson Accounting check all the boxes. From taxes, payroll, business services, and professionalized financial guidance, all tailored to fit your requests. Whether you're a small business owner or just need help at tax time, trust Olson Accounting for professional, reliable service every time. Visit colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Buying and selling
All right, welcome back here at LiveVent.com. Our score currently 55-39 in favor of Central Cass, as the Squirrels with the 16-point lead. Biggest of the game was 20. And that was a 35-55 lead. The Broncos and Owen Gilbert on the little 4-point run now. 39-55 is our score. 3:47 remaining. Central Cass has the ball. They just called the timeout. Working inside. Feeds it out. 3-point shot. That's long. No good. Rebound, Cordero. So Central Cass cooled off from the 3-point line. They came out firing in that second quarter. And there's Kelson. That put it up and in. Enger with the rebound. He's going to convert. Give Enger the rebound and the putback for two. Working Holland. Holland has left side against Cordero. They're going to kick it back out. Kelson throws it right to Kelson. Turnover. And loose ball. The Broncos turn it right back over, but Kelson had the steal. Broncos turn it right back over to Zemer. And that's going to go left side. Working it in. Underneath the basket. Rolls around to Holland. So that went from Peterson to Holland. Peterson with the assist. And here's Gilbert working left side. Cordero's going to go. Scoop shot, puts it up. Enger cleans it up again. The Broncos on the inside, all playing Central Cass with Enger and Gilbert. Central Cass doing their damage on the outside. No look behind the back pass. Working inside to Holland, and that's going to go back out. Yeah, 57-43 is our score. Enger getting whistled with the foul. He grabs on to Holland. And third foul for the Broncos, I believe, this quarter. Enger is going to pick up. He's going to foul out. So Enger out of the game for Lisbon. He fouls out, 2:15 remaining. Broncos were finding success inside there with Enger cleaning up and getting some putbacks along with Gilbert. And now Enger out of the game for Lisbon. 43-57. 14-point lead. Inside, nice little spin move. Puts it up off the fingertips. Nice touch for Lorenz. He gets two more back. And that pass thrown away by Qual. Missed Gilbert. Gilbert was working inside towards the center of the lane. Qual thought he was going to stay outside. Missed him on the cut. Minute 54 remaining. 43-59. And right side, going to the floor. Maybe a little twist to the ankle. There was Holland. And he's fouled by Gilbert. Gilbert with 4. Minute 45 remaining. Yeah, Central Cass still with the horses out on the court right now. Looks like Holland, Burr, Peterson, Zemer, and Lorenz. Now 60-43. Broncos with Gilbert and Cordero going to come out. Keller in also. So minute 45 remaining. Subs coming in and out of the game now. As Connor Lorenz going in, the freshman for Central Cass. And that's rebound and missed shot. Rebound. There's Holland has it, top of the key. Minute 38 remaining, fourth quarter. Pass to Lorenz, near side, back to the top of the key. Back to Lorenz, going to work it around to Peterson, inside to Holland. Holland turns around, dishes it out. That's for 3. That's off, no good. Rebound inside. And the rebound by Blaze Cotton off the bench. And it looks like Zane Johnson coming in for Lisbon. Kelson and Mouse will take a seat. Minute 16 remaining. 60-43 is that score up on the Bank North scoreboard. And Lorenz is going to bring it out near side. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson drives inside the lane, puts it up off the glass, and good for 2 on the right side for Nelson. Nelson unofficially with 4 points in the game for Central Cass. 2 down court. Cross half court line. Lorenz is going to get in there. He fouls Qual. So Connor Lorenz picks up the foul. And it's 14 fouls for Central Cass. And Jack Olson in there for Lisbon, far side of the court. He's going to inbound it. Olson back here to Keller, right side to Johnson. Johnson puts it on to Tui. Back over to Qual. Qual's going to work right side, has Johnson. Johnson pulls it down. Johnson drives inside the lane. Gets it back to Tui, final 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Olson, to Carter Keller. Tui thinks about it. Qual to Johnson, see if Johnson can find a shot. Gets it to Qual. Qual puts it off, in and out, good for 3 for Qual. So Qual able to get a 3-point shot. Banked it in, went off the backboard, off the rim, off the backboard and in. Final 10 seconds, and that's going to do it for the game. 46-62. That's our final score. Central Cass with the win over the Lisbon Broncos, 46-62. As we'll come back, we'll close it out with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. We already gave out Egg Precision Player of the Game, so we'll come back for that Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And your final score, Central Cass defeats Lisbon on the boys' side, 46-62. We still have the girls' second game here of our doubleheader coming up, and we'll be back for more on yourliveevent.com.
Saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon is the premier building supply headquarters in southeastern North Dakota. They have it from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell. With their large inventory and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. That's rbclisbon.com. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Stock Growers Bank is proud to celebrate 125 years of service, and they built a legacy of trust and commitment to the local communities. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith can help achieve your goals and grow your business with confidence. Here's Zach Maralt on his experience.
We tried a few different lenders before purchasing our building, and we eventually ended up going to see Wyatt, who I already personally knew anyways. He made the purchasing process easy. We pretty much had an answer that day, pushed all our accounts there, and it's a great experience.
All right, welcome back here at liveevent.com as Central Cass defeats the Lisbon Broncos by a final score of 46-62 as they're getting ready for that second game of our doubleheader. And just looking at that score after the end of the first quarter, Central Cass led by a score of 14-11. They went into halftime with the 18-point lead, 37-19 over Lisbon. And at the end of the third quarter, it was 48-33, and then they closed it out with the win winning by 16 over Lisbon, 46-62. And that's your final score. Central Cass Squirrels over Lisbon, 46-62. It was a different story. That was back, I believe it was on the 15th of January. It was an overtime victory for Central Cass back on the 15th of January, 77-72. This time they were able to light a fire in that second quarter and pull away from Lisbon with a number of three-point baskets. And they pulled away and had that 18-point lead going into halftime, 37-19. The Broncos not able to recover in your final score, 37-19. We're going to go and come back for the unofficial player stats and our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That's just ahead on yourlivevent.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting section, and check out their different paint mixing options from Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. From their grills to Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to the Customer Laser Engraving Center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
If you're ready to save time, aggravation, and money, the team at Weber Insurance is here and ready to make the process as painless as possible. Weber Insurance makes sure you find the best insurance because their agency is 100% independent. They have the freedom to shop the marketplace and find the best possible combination of cost and coverage. Talk with Dan, Carol, Leslie, or Craig to get a quote started today, or go online to weberinsurance.net. Call, click, text, or stop in at Weber Insurance, locally owned in Castleton.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
All right, welcome back here at LiveEvent.com as we'll close out this Division A boys basketball contest here out of Region 1 as Central Cass. They close out the victory tonight by a final score 46-62 over Lisbon Broncos. Central Cass will improve to 13-2 overall. They're 7-1 in Region 1. And the Lisbon Broncos will fall to 9-7 overall and 2-6 in Region 1 play. Yeah, I was looking at those unofficial stats. Player stats in the game for Lisbon. Cam Cordero, 7 points in the game. Block shot, 3 rebounds, going 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Kobe Moss with a 3-point basket for Lisbon and 3 rebounds. Hidden Anger with 12 points in the game, along with 7 rebounds and a block shot, and double scoring or double-digit scoring for Lisbon also was Sully Kelson, 10 points in the game, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals for Lisbon. And leading scorer for the Broncos in double digits, Hayden Anger with 14 points in the game. He has 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and also with 9 rebounds and 3 steals for Lisbon, along with 2 block shots for Hayden Anger. And then off the bench was Carson Qual with that 3-point basket at the end of the fourth quarter for his 3 points in the game. That's just your unofficial stats. Also in the game for Lisbon were Keller and Tui coming in and playing some significant time in the game for Lisbon. And then for Central Cass, your unofficial stats, and tied in scoring and leading all scorers for Central Cass was Easton Holland with 17 points, along with his teammate Cashton Lorenz, also with 17 points in the game. Lorenz going 4 of 5 from the free throw line with 5 rebounds. And then Holland with those 17 points unofficially, he was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And also in the game, he had 6 rebounds for Central Cass. Also in the scoring column, Zemer with 2 points in the game. Peterson with 2 points in the game, going 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Also 4 rebounds, a steal. Should mention Zemer with those 2 points, a block shot, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Burr with 9 points in the game, 2 block shots and 3 rebounds. Deutsch off the bench with 2 points in the game, 3 rebounds, and a block shot. Blixt, 4 points in the game, a steal and a rebound. Christensen, 2 points, a block shot, and a rebound. And then Nelson off the bench. I have him down for 4 points in the game and a steal along with 2 rebounds for Central Cass. Is also seeing significant playing time for Central Cass off the bench was Blaze Cotton, also down for a rebound. And then your final score here tonight, closing it out, 46-62 in your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And I'm going to go with another Lisbon player for this, so I'm going to give our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game over there to Owen Gilbert for the Lisbon Broncos, as he put in 14 points for Lisbon, and he was finding success on that left side inside the paint, doing a lot of work for Lisbon, pulling down the rebounds, and then converting on some baskets, just trying to keep Lisbon back or get Lisbon back in this game. But Owen Gilbert, he's going to pick up your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here for Lisbon. Yeah, it's Life Takes Energy for Enbridge, or Life Takes Energy for Enbridge, Energy for Life, Enbridge.com for those career opportunities. And that is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, going out there to Owen Gilbert of Lisbon with 14 points in the game for the Lisbon Broncos. And that's going to wrap it up here, as we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this stream over to a new stream for the Lisbon versus Central Cass girls game. So we'll close this one out. We'll come back on a new stream for our second game of the double header of Lisbon versus Central Cass for Division A girls basketball.